Considering a larger electrical project like a 3-story church as a smaller 2-person residential and service call-focused shop requires careful evaluation. Firstly, when negotiating a profit-sharing agreement with a more established electrical contractor who will be assisting you, a reasonable starting point is 10 to 15% of the project's total value. This percentage should cover your additional expenses and the extra effort required for managing a larger scale project. Secondly, determine if the job is too large. Taking on a job that significantly exceeds your company's capacity can be risky, but it also presents an opportunity for growth and expansion. Consider these factors. 1. Assess your network of subcontractors. If you have a reliable network of subcontractors you trust, you can outsource certain tasks to supplement your team and manage the workload effectively. 2. Evaluate your track record of managing projects. A proven track record of successfully managing projects, even smaller ones, can demonstrate your ability to handle larger jobs with proper planning and execution. 3. The support available from other electrical contractors, like the friend who offered assistance, is important. Having an experienced partner can provide the resources, guidance, and manpower you need to navigate the complexities of a larger project. When determining your hourly rate, $20 per hour is a reasonable starting point for your time, especially considering the size and complexity of the church project. However, it's essential to assess your specialized skills and experience relevant to the project. If you possess unique expertise, negotiating a higher rate may be justified. Consider the factors when deciding how much to charge the other electrical contractor. 1. Factor in your experience and expertise. The electrical contractor should understand the value you bring to the project, particularly if you have specialized knowledge or skills that are crucial to its success. 2. Consider the scope of your responsibilities. If you are primarily responsible for project management, coordination, or other high-level tasks, you can justify charging a higher rate. 3. Consider the industry standard rates. Research what other electrical contractors in your area typically charge for similar services. This will help you establish a competitive and fair rate for your work. As a ballpark estimate, you might consider charging around $80 to $120 per hour for your services to the other electrical contractor. Remember these additional tips for working on a church project. Be transparent with the general contractor. Explain your company's size and limitations upfront, but emphasize your willingness to work hard, collaborate effectively, and deliver a quality job that meets their expectations. Get everything in writing. Ensure that the profit-sharing agreement, payment terms, scope of work, and other project details are clearly documented in a written contract. This will help avoid misunderstandings and protect your interests. Consider hiring a project manager. If the project scope and complexity warrant it, consider hiring a project manager to delegate tasks, oversee the project effectively, and ensure that it stays on schedule and within budget. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Leverage the resources of your electrical contractor friend, subcontractors, and other professionals as needed. Collaboration and teamwork are essential for successfully completing a large-scale project. Always adhere to local electrical codes and regulations. It is essential to understand and comply with all applicable electrical codes and regulations in your area. This includes obtaining the necessary permits, conducting inspections, and ensuring that all electrical work meets safety standards. When working on a church, you must consider any specific electrical requirements that may be unique to religious facilities. This includes ensuring that the electrical system can support the church's lighting, sound, and audio-visual equipment, as well as any other specialized equipment that may be used for religious services or events. If the church has historical significance, it is important to take extra care to preserve the building's architectural features and avoid causing any damage to its historical elements. This may require working with historical preservation experts to develop a plan that minimizes the impact of the electrical work on the building's historical integrity. Before commencing work, it is imperative to obtain all necessary permits from the relevant authorities. This ensures that the electrical work complies with local building codes and regulations and that the project is carried out safely and legally. Thoroughly review the project plans and specifications to understand the scope of work, electrical requirements, and any specific instructions provided by the architect or engineer. This will help you plan the project effectively and ensure that all electrical work is carried out in accordance with the design. Conduct a site survey to assess the existing electrical infrastructure, identify potential hazards, and determine the best approach for carrying out the electrical work. This will help you anticipate challenges and plan the project accordingly. Assemble a team of qualified and experienced electricians who are capable of handling the project's technical demands. Ensure that all electricians are properly licensed and trained in electrical safety practices. Develop a detailed project schedule that outlines the tasks, timelines, and milestones for completing the electrical work. This will help you stay organized and ensure that the project is completed on time and within budget. Implement a comprehensive safety plan that includes measures to prevent electrical shocks, falls, and other workplace hazards. Ensure that all electricians are properly trained in safety procedures and that they wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Carefully select and procure the necessary electrical materials and equipment, ensuring that they meet the project specifications and are of high quality. Store and handle electrical materials and equipment properly to prevent damage or deterioration. Install electrical wiring, conduits, and other components in accordance with the project plans and specifications, ensuring that all connections are secure and properly insulated. Use appropriate tools and equipment for each task following manufacturer's instructions and safety guidelines. Test and inspect the electrical system thoroughly to ensure that it is functioning properly and meets safety standards. Use appropriate testing equipment to verify voltage, current, and resistance levels. Label all electrical panels, circuits, and components clearly and accurately to facilitate future maintenance and troubleshooting. Provide the church with as-built drawings and documentation of the electrical system, including wiring diagrams, equipment specifications, and maintenance schedules. Offer training to church staff on how to operate and maintain the electrical system safely and efficiently. Establish a plan for ongoing maintenance and repairs to ensure that the electrical system continues to operate reliably and safely. Respond promptly to any electrical issues or emergencies that may arise, providing timely repairs and maintenance services. Keep detailed records of all electrical work performed, including dates, descriptions of work, and materials used. Communicate regularly with the general contractor, church staff, and other stakeholders to keep them informed of the project's progress and address any concerns or questions they may have. Maintain a professional and respectful demeanor at all times, representing your company in a positive light. Adhere to ethical business practices, including honesty, integrity, and fairness in all dealings. Continuously seek to improve your skills and knowledge in the electrical field, staying up to date with the latest technologies, codes, and regulations. Invest in training and professional development for your electricians to ensure that they have the skills and knowledge necessary to handle complex electrical projects. Build strong relationships with suppliers, subcontractors, and other industry professionals to expand your network and access to resources. Participate in industry events and associations to stay informed of industry trends and best practices. Market your electrical services effectively to attract new clients and projects. Develop a strong reputation for providing high-quality electrical work and excellent customer service. Seek feedback from clients to identify areas for improvement and enhance your services. Continuously monitor and evaluate your company's performance, making adjustments as needed to improve efficiency and profitability. By following these guidelines, you can successfully complete the electrical work for the 3-story church project, while minimizing risks and ensuring a positive outcome for all parties involved. Remember to prioritize safety, quality, and communication throughout the project. In any electrical installation, it is vital to have a strong understanding of grounding and bonding. Grounding provides a path for fault current to return to the source, allowing overcurrent protection devices like circuit breakers to trip and clear the fault. Bonding ensures that all metallic parts of the electrical system are at the same potential, reducing the risk of electric shock. Always refer to the National Electrical Code, ONEC, Article 250 for detailed requirements on grounding and bonding. When working with three-phase power systems, it's essential to understand the different voltage configurations such as 208 volts, 120 volts, 277 volts, and 480 volts. Each voltage level has its own applications and safety considerations. Always use appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, when working with electrical systems, including safety glasses, gloves, and insulated tools. Lockout-tagout procedures should be followed whenever working on energized equipment to prevent accidental energization. Regularly inspect electrical equipment and wiring for signs of damage or deterioration. Replace any damaged components promptly to prevent electrical hazards. Use appropriately sized conductors for the intended load, taking into account ampacity, voltage drop, and other factors. Refer to NEC Table 310.15 for conductor ampacity ratings. When installing electrical panels, ensure that they are properly grounded and bonded, and that all circuit breakers are labeled clearly and accurately. Use appropriate wiring methods for the specific application, such as conduit, cable tray, or direct burial. Install ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in areas where there is a risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. Test GFCIs regularly to ensure that they are functioning properly. Use arc fault circuit interrupters, or ASIs, to protect against arc faults, which can cause fires. ASIs are typically required in bedrooms and other areas of the home. When working with electrical equipment, always follow manufacturer's instructions and safety guidelines. Use caution when working near energized equipment and avoid contact with any exposed conductors or terminals. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work, hire a licensed electrician to do the job. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it's important to ensure that it is done safely and correctly. Remember that electricity can be deadly if not handled properly. Always prioritize safety and follow all applicable codes and regulations.